how to round robin leads using Zapier. In today's video, we're going to go through how you can use Zapier to round robin, or how I should say is equal distribute your leads. So depending on where you get your leads from, whether it's coming from a Google Sheet, whether it's coming from JotForm, your website, whatever it might be, if you want to round robin those leads between your SDRs, your appointment setters, your sales team, whatever it might be, then I'm going to show you how to do that using Zapier. Zapier itself, you don't need a CRM technically. You don't need anything really to kind of round robin them for you. You can use Zapier. So without further ado, let's get into it, and I will share my screen. I've done some work already just to kind of prepare for this video. I've already built a small form inside of JotForm. I've created a basic Google Sheet that's going to act as our CRM or something like that. Whatever you guys want to use, you can use. And then for JotForm, this could be your website form. It could be wherever your leads are coming from. This is going to be our trigger, okay? So I started a new Zap, and what we're going to do is we're going to just start off with JotForm. So I already have JotForm synced. We're going to trigger off of a new submission. Okay, and then here's my JotForm account. And then what we're going to do is pick the website form, and we're going to run a test and see if I've already put through a test. So it should show up with my name. Here it is. All right, perfect. So this is a fairly advanced Zap. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a thing called Zapier Storage. Oops, I spelled that wrong. Okay, so Zapier Storage. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to set the value. Because we don't have a value right now, we need to set the value. So we're going to create an account. So obviously I have a few, but we're going to connect a new one. Okay, so it's going to ask you to go to an online UUID generating tool. You're going to simply click on this. You're going to generate a version 4. Okay, we're going to generate 1. And we're going to hit generate. Okay, we're going to grab this key. We're going to put it back into Zapier. Oops, right here. And we're going to continue. So make sure you store that away somewhere. There we go. So storage by Zapier number 3. We're going to continue. So a key at which to store the value. Keys must be 32 characters or less in length. I'm just going to call this round robin 2. Okay, and the value we're going to give it is 1. Okay, we're going to hit continue, test, and boom, we got a value of 1. All right, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually go back to storage. Okay, we're going to get the value, and this is actually going to be our second step, because we're going to get rid of this step. We needed to get the value in the first place. So the key we need to get is round robin 2. Okay. And if we don't want it to continue, if there's nothing found, we're going to hit continue. We're going to hit test. And then it's going to get value of 1. That's exactly what we wanted, right? So for example, if we set this at 2, okay, and then we go to get the value up here, it's going to say what? It's going to say 2. Okay. So now that we have a value in the system, okay, we can actually delete. I'm going to just set it back to 1. We can actually delete this step now. Okay. Boom, gone. Get out of here. Okay. The next thing we want to do is we want somewhere in which our appointment setters, our SDRs, our salespeople can find their names based off of 1. So we're actually going to hit format. We're going to go to utilities. And we're going to go down to lookup table. The lookup key is going to be the value you got up here. So we're going to hit get value, and the value, okay? So let's just make sure we get the right value again. We're going to hit test. We should be 1 again. That's 1. Perfect. We're going to go to utilities. We're going to open it up. Okay, and how many reps are we going to have? We're going to have, say, 3. Okay, so we're just going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's going to be Mike because it's a good name. We're going to do Bob, and we're going to do Sue. Okay, Those are 3 reps. Now, if you're going to be putting them into a CRM like Pipedrive, you will have to put their full names. Whatever the name inside of Pipedrive, it needs to match here. So if for example, my name is Michael Dallas-Petersen, I would need to put Michael Dallas-Petersen if that was my name in like Pipedrive or Go High Level, wherever you're putting the leads. For testing purposes, we're going to do this. Okay, so fallback value, if it gets to 4, okay, we know that 4, let's just call this an error. Okay, because we don't have more reps than that. We're going to hit continue. Okay, we're going to test. And guess what? We got the value 1 up here. And our table here, 1 is Mike. So that's exactly what we should have gotten. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put that into Google Sheets. Create a spreadsheet row. We're going to hit my email. We're going to choose this website lead page. There it is. It's just going to be the regular worksheet. Okay, we're going to map the names now. So the name from JotForm is Michael. Obviously, it's my test. My email is right there. The phone number from the form is right here. And the rep assigned to, we're going to get from the utilities, which is the value Mike. We're going to continue. We're going to test. We're going to come in here, and here it is. Okay, there's my test. Now, if I go in here and I test it again, it's going to show up again. Okay, so we're just going to delete one of these. All right, so the next step we want to do is after this step is done, we want to give the next lead, right? We want to give it to someone else. So we're going to hit storage again. Okay, and we're going to increment this value. Where is it? Increment value. Okay. We're going to pick the Zapier account, the storage account. We're going to continue. The key is round robin 2. Okay. We're going to increment it by 1, and we're going to hit continue. And then we're going to hit test. So now it should be 2, right? We're going to close. Now watch. If I get value up here, it should be 2. There it is. If I get utility and I test, it should be the next person on the thing, Bob. And if I test, it should be me again with Bob. Now, same thing. If I get increment value and I test, okay, I get 3. I go back up to value. I get 3. I choose the lookup table. I get Sue. Okay. And I test it again, and I get Mike, Bob, Sue. Okay. Now, hypothetically, let's just go through this again. We're going to test it again. I got 4. Okay. We don't have 4 reps. So what's going to happen? We're going to go in and we're going to get 4. We're going to go to utilities and we're going to test it again. We get error. Okay. And then we're going to test it again, and we got error. Okay. So we don't want this error to happen. So what do we got to do? Well, we got to filter it. Okay. So the increment value after this is 4. Okay. So we want to filter it, the increment value. So the value it gets 4. If it's greater than the number, so let's find number. Oops, passed it. Number is greater than 3, which we test it, and it will be, okay, because it's 4. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to storage, and we're going to do the first thing we did before, is we're going to set the value. Okay, we're going to hit continue. We're going to find our account. We're going to put our key in again. Round robin 2. We're going to hit, and we're going to set it back to 1. We're going to hit continue. Test and review. It's 1. Perfect. So now if we go back to that value, we're going to test it. We got 1. We go to utilities. We get Mike again. We pasted a test in. We get Mike after the error. We increase it by 1. Perfect. And then we go to filter it. It's not going to filter, right? Because it's 2. And close. And then it starts back at job form again, or the form you started again. So what's going to happen is you're going to get Mike, Bob, Sue, Mike, Bob, Sue, Mike, Bob, Sue, and you're going to constantly equal distribute these leads to the reps as they come in. So you don't necessarily need additional software. You don't need kind of anything else to do this. So I hope that helps. I hope people got some value from this. As always, I appreciate a subscribe, a like down below. Lets me know that you like my content. A like lets me know you like the actual video itself. And then a comment if you like, dislike, have different suggestions. I did something wrong, or you have a cool idea of something you want me to recreate. So you guys have a great day. Appreciate it.